Hey guys, my name is Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing more of a chit chat video. Sometimes I like to have like a script written out of things I will say. It doesn't stop me from rambling, as y'all know. Today I'm just gonna, don't worry, it's nothing serious. It's nothing like I sawed off my own foot, and yeah, I couldn't actually think of anything bad. So today I'm going to be just doing a bit of a talk video about why I'm not setting a reading goal this year. So setting a reading goal, as many of you know, is a big part of Bookstagram and Booktube. I'm a part of both, more Bookstagram so than anything else. And reading goals have really come around because of, Goodreads and big booktubers who are like, this year I'm reading this many books, and Goodreads is like, you can, log how many books you want to read, and everyone can see what you're reading. And that is actually for many people amazing, because some people are like, some people just, like being able to see how much they've read and how much they've progressed through the year, and it gives them a sense of accomplishment knowing they've achieved something. Don't get me wrong, I am like that. I love the idea of Goodreads reading goals, but last year I found it incredibly difficult to, maintain. In 2014, I believe, I didn't set a reading goal, and I have never read so much in my life. I read, I think, 156 books, and though my schooling has changed over the years and has become a bit more intense, 2014, I had never read so many books in one year, and I've never had so much fun reading. That was when I really immersed myself in the internet, on the book community as well, and that was really encouraging. 2015, I still managed to get to, I think, 102, which was still amazing, my reading goal, and that was the first year I set an actual reading goal to 100, and I had originally set it to 150 because I was like, if I read that 150 the year before, I can surpass it, and I didn't. Maybe it's because of my schooling, or maybe it's because I felt the need to read. And then in 2016, that year sucked for reading. I've never read so little. Again, my reading goal I set on Goodreads to be 100. And then by the time I got to March, I realized that I'm not gonna do this. I'd only read 45, and I was like, you cannot achieve this. So I brought it down to 75, and that was really hard for me because I was like, that's not a lot of books. And for some people that is huge amount of books, and that is awesome for you. You read as much as you feel like you can, and if reading one book a year is awesome, or reading 1,000 books a year is awesome for you, it's great. As long as you're reading, who cares? For me, reading 75 books a year kind of sucks. That's not a good reading goal. And then 2016 was my final year of high school, so I had a lot going on, and I know it's only going to get worse because I'm intending on, going to university this year. It's going to get worse. But by December, I had only read about 69, and I was like, I can't. I dropped it to 60, and I still read like 71 books, but wasn't that great. So I think the biggest problem is that I found with my reading decreasing is not that I don't want to read, I do, is that I feel with a reading goal, I am forcing myself to read. And by forcing myself to read, I don't want to read, and there's nothing worse than forcing yourself to read, because you're not going to read and you're not going to enjoy that book. So this year, I'm not setting a reading goal. I just don't see the point of it anymore, and then maybe that means I won't be using Goodreads so much because I won't be logging my books for everyone to see, because it stressed me out so much when I would see all my friends and all these other people I knew on Goodreads surpassing their goals by like August and reading heaps, and I was struggling to even get anywhere close to my goal because I felt that I had to achieve something. So I want to go back to a time when I was 15, didn't give a fuck about how many books I had to read. Reading a good amount is always yippee-ki-yay, but reading for pleasure is what I'm starting to miss because it became a chore. And I don't want it to become a chore. I want it to be something I love. And I still want to read 150 books because mint. But I don't want to have to feel that I need to finish something to move up a level, you know what I mean? I'm not setting a reading goal this year. I'm still going to log my books. I log my books that I read in a very I log them in multiple ways. Example 1. Jars. In 2014, I believe it was, I wrote down every single title that I had read of a book, wrote it on a little piece of paper, and put it into these jars. This is a good way to keep track of your reading because it looks aesthetic as hell. You can decorate your bookcase with them, have them decorated on my other bookcase over there. And what a cool way about this is, at the end of the year, you can look through all the books you've read, because you've probably forgotten what you've read, and you can count out how many books you've read. And it's not a pressure because you don't know how many books you've read that year, so any number you achieve is hella awesome. I was surprised as hell when I read 150. I was like, whoa. So that's one cool way to keep track of what you're reading. Obviously Goodreads is another way to record your books and go for it. But the main way I like to remember what I'm reading is keeping track in a notebook. So I probably started keeping track of the books that I read 2012, this is only like 14 of the books I read because I couldn't remember anything else, and I went into like my library history at my local library and just read what I had got out this year. So that was when I was 13, and I read more than 14 books. I know that. I think I read 90. And then in 2013 I had read, this is again only from the Auckland Library records because I can't remember what else I read, but according to Auckland Library records I read 77 books. So that's not bad, and that's not including the other books I would have bought and reread, so awesome. 2014, what a year. Woo. I read 153 books. 2015, 102, and this year was 72. This is not something I've recorded every year of my life. This is some books that I just wrote all these out last year to remember them. And to me it's really cool. I want to be like, have this whole notebook filled up one day so I can just look back on life and just, you know, flick through and just be like, what did I read in 2029 at age 30? Like, to me it's just a cool idea. So this is the year I'm not setting a reading goal. Again, this video was super rambly, but I don't want to feel pressured to read. I want to read and bring it back as something I love, not something that's a chore and that I'm competing against other people and self-deprecating myself in a way if I'm not doing well, and having to do a video like so many YouTubers do on the internet going, I didn't finish my reading goal. I just want to read. All I want to do. So fuck you, reading goals. I'm out. That was very aggressive. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. I know it's very rambly. If you are a reading goal user, go for it. I'm not trying to be like, you suck, do what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing at all. It's just not working for me anymore, and it's becoming a bit of a like horrible chore that I have to complete, and I don't want that. So let me guys know down below if you do have a reading goal, what that reading goal may be, or how you record the books you read. I would love to hear that because I'm always keen to record books in different ways, how I read them, like the jars. That was only a temporary thing because I realized I don't want my room full of jars. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
You said better wash my mouth out with soap. God, I wish I never spoke. Now I gotta wash my mouth out with soap.